Hi guys, this is Mythical India and today we are going to talk about Abdul Hamid, the Indian war hero who not only destroyed 8 tanks during the Indo-Pak War of 1965 but also changed the direction of the war. Abdul Hamid was born on 1st July 1933 in Ghazipur district in Uttar Pradesh. He was only 20 years old when he was recruited into the Indian Army. After his training, he was posted in 4th Grenadiers. Initially, he served in a rifle company. He also fought in the 1962 war with China. Abdul Hamid had already completed 10 years of service in Indian Army when India and Pakistan went to war in 1965. During the war, the news of Pakistan attack on Aknoor in Jammu came. The Pakistani army aimed to cut off communication and supply routes to Indian forces on the border of Jammu and Kashmir through this attack. In the war, Pakistani army was using M48 Patton tanks. These tanks were supposed to be very strong and were considered a distinct strategic advantage for them. 4th Grenadiers, which was Abdul Hamid's battalion, occupied a very important area near Chima village on the road to Punjab's Khemkaran sector. His battalion was given the job of holding the enemy near the village of Asal Uttar. The village is a mere 60 kilometers from Amritsar in Punjab. On September 8, 1965, the Grenadiers' position was attacked repeatedly by the Pakistani army. They were, however, able to push them back each time. Seeing their resilience, the army initiated a serious assault with the advancement of a regiment of Patton tanks. As soon as Abdul Hamid saw this, he moved out with his gun mounted on a jeep. As soon as the tanks came within a shooting distance, he fired at one of them. The shell hit its target and the tank went up in flames. When the enemy soldiers saw this, they abandoned 2 more tanks. After this, he called army engineers immediately and asked them to lay out anti-tank mines. Only after 2 hours, another armored battalion tried to move forward and 4th Grenadiers were able to shoot 2 more tanks. The next morning, he again swung into action with his recoilless gun. His battalion held on to their position under extreme attacks. They were also able to destroy 2 more tanks on 9th of September. Abdul Hamid was so effective during the war with his strategic movements under intense firing that a citation to award him Param Vir Chakra, the highest military decoration in the forces, was sent immediately. By this time, he already had destruction of 4 tanks to his credit. There were 4 more tanks that he destroyed which were not added to his citation at the time. On September 10, 1965, a battalion of Pakistani Patton tanks attacked the holding area of 4th Grenadiers' position savagely. Indian soldiers came under intense artillery bombardment, but they tried to hold on to their position and did not respond. Within an hour's time, the Pakistan army penetrated forward in Indian positions and the situation became really bad. In this stressful situation, Abdul Hamid noticed 6 Pakistani tanks heading towards his men. He immediately took a decision and hopped onto his jeep with a gun mounted on it without caring for his life. He rushed towards the tank. The enemy was firing intensely, but that did not stop him from going into offense. He used the tall crops growing in the fields in a very clever manner and camouflaged his position. This allowed him to attack the tanks without being spotted. He destroyed the leading tank at first. He changed his position and kept attacking. He ended up destroying 2 more tanks. However, the enemy had spotted him by now. They used machine guns and explosives to attack him. He fired on the 4th tank, but as he hit it, he got mortally wounded by an exploding shell. Throughout this attack, Abdul Hamid had managed to destroy 8 enemy tanks all by himself. This feat is really unparalleled in the war history because so much damage to the enemy army is difficult even with an armored formation. His bravery inspired others to put up a strong fight and to beat back the heavy tank assault. Approximately 97 Pakistani tanks were destroyed or abandoned during this battle. Pakistani army was defeated and never made it past Khemkaran. This was actually the first time that an armored division of tanks was so heavily damaged by RCL rifles. Pakistan's General Ayub Khan had dreams of capturing Amritsar during the war, but that dream turned into a nightmare. Abdul Hamid was posthumously awarded India's highest wartime gallantry award, Param Vir Chakra. He lies in a modest grave at Asal Uttar today. It has a roadside plaque with the words Memorial of Company Quartermaster Havaldar Abdul Hamid. This is Mythical India and we will be bringing to you stories about Indian history, culture and people. So if you like the video you just saw, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Do let us know in the comments below if there is a particular story you would like us to present.